El primo is here.
Ziceți voi, prieteni, ce vreți să joc? Eu o să mă uit aici pe YouTube la glume. Până atunci voi să-mi scrieți ce vreți să joc. Știu că am vocea asta sunrăcit.
Unghiță telescopică.
Unghiță telecopică.
Unghiță telescopică.
Unghiță telecopică.
Aha, îngoșor.
Unghiță telecopică. Unghiță telecopică.
Telecinclopedie.
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 Reanimale.
Reanimare.
Reanimale.
Reanimare.
Reanimale.
Reanimare.
Șoarece cu puța în gips.
Soare să te putem ghi.
Șoarece cu puța în gips.
Soare să te putem ghi.
Cu puța în gips.
Fără să-mi putea ghi.
Șoarece cu puța în gips.
Fără să-mi putea ghi.
Șoarece cu puța în gips.
Fără să-mi putem ghi.
Futu stuful mătii.
Futu sutul măt.
Stufu.
Stufu.
Futu stuful mătii.
Duțul moti.
Futu stufu mătii.
Tutu moti.
Futu stufu mătii.
Tutu mati.
Papura mătii.
Bag pura
Futu stufu și papura mătii.
Futu tot pura mati.
Stufu și papura mătii.
Tut patato pura mati.
Jarmănă.
Jarmănă și cum cacaci.
Jarmănă și fumteca.
Jarmănă și cum cacaci.
Fumteca.
Fumtecaci.
Papura mătii.
Bag pura mati.
Stufu mătii.
Futu mati.
Futu-ți gura, mătii, cred că am luat scolament de la zdreanța aia. Futu-ți ceapa în gură, m-am mințit că e virgină și acum iau penicilină. Ia uite, dracu, mă mănâncă și picioarele. Ce gura, mă, se-a avut, mă, râie, băga mea și pula în familie aici să-mi bag de zdreanță.
Ia zile tu la oamenii ăștia, ce i-a zis tatăl mami la telefon?
Să-mi suși pula.
Pe o stâncă neagră, pula în curs să-ți meargă într-un vechi castel, futute nințel, trăia o fetiță, futută în guriță dulce și suavă ca o gălofiță, iar futută în guriță, că soțul ei dorit, futut în burica, pleca la oaste și n-a mai venit.
Fă odată dacă mai comentez în fața prietenilor mei, te joacă picioare.
Ce, mă?
Iubire, să știi că te iubesc mult, abia aștept să ajungem acasă să-ți pregătești cina. La bamăti. Da, fă, și când te gândești că m-am culcat cu porcul dracu, pentru că m-am mințit că
The long wait for the 2019 IFSC. The men climbed first and tops came thick and fast. Finalist from Meiringen last year, Jakob Schubert, managed 3 tops but was still well short of making the top 20 who proceed to the semi-finals. Alexei Rubtsov topped 5 boulders to proceed to semis, as did last year's winner in Munich, Gregor Vazonik. The French team had a frankly terrible day, with none of their men making the top 20. There were no such worries for Team Japan, who got 7 men through. However, world champion from last year, Kai Harada, was not one of them. He qualified 21st. Sean McCall missed semis, as did Jan Hoyer, which gives some indication of how strong the field was. Jongwon Chon went through, as did Alex Megos, who squeaked through in joint 19th with Stefano Gasolfi. Safely into semis in 3rd place was Adam Ondra.
Last time I did a bouldering World Cup, if I don't count World Championships last year in Innsbruck, it was 2015. The boulder problems in the qualification were like much more old school than I expected. That was like how the boulders used to be 10 years ago, so that was pretty nice to me. I'm pretty sure that we will be facing some more dynamic and new school boulder problems in the semifinals. But I'm actually looking forward to that because I've been training quite hard for this new style and I'm quite curious about how it's going to go.
The women climbed in the afternoon and Janja Garmbret looked as strong as ever. She was the only climber to top 5 boulders and eased into semis with minimal fuss. She has never won in Meiringen, but is most people's favourite for gold in 2019. She'll have some stiff competition though, not least from 4-time overall champion Akio Noguchi, who qualified with 3 tops on a tough set of boulders in qualification Group A. Only Kyra Condi with 4 tops out-qualified Akio in Group A. Fanny Gibert in Group B with Janja landed 4 tops and looked in the sort of form that earned her 3rd overall last season. ...2018 lead world champion Jessie Pilz narrowly missed out on semis, but there were no such worries for Solsa or Katja Kadic.
Seviro. Dacă ești nou, o să te abonezi la mine și o să-ți fac o promovare mai încolo.
Two-time Meiringen winner Shauna Coxey also went through in the midfield as her comeback from a series of injuries continues. Petra Klingler, climbing in front of a home crowd, also had a decent day, and in the semis will have a shot at claiming one of the 6 spots in the final.
It's pretty interesting to be back in bouldering, especially because it's snowing or was snowing yesterday and everything is white outside. But it's good that it started. The comp season has started. It's a first benchmark for the season and it was...
Care ești tu? Primul?
Hard to know.
The combine that we would normally see is the route setters, so let's have a look at how they got the long wait for the two. The men climbed first and tops came thick and fast. Finally, results of a huge storm last night and a tough set of boulders made for a highly competitive semi-final where tops were very hard to come by. Jessie Pilz, who we're more used to seeing in lead World Cups, managed 2 tops, a result which only 2 women could better, Akio Noguchi and Miho Nanaka, both of whom claimed 4 tops, an amazing achievement in any semi-final, but doubly impressive today. None of the men managed 4 tops, and nobody below 12th place claimed 1, such was the difficulty level. Jan Hoyer and Alexei Rubtsov got 3 though, and will be joined in an all-star final by Sean McColl, Jakob Schubert, Jerne Kruder and Kokora Fuji. So fresh from a highly successful semi-final, we've got Akio Noguchi. Congratulations, that was an amazing performance.
Thank you so much.
And what were the boulders like? It was hard boulders today.
The second one, bit powerful, and the third one, so So crimpy and the long moves, big moves, and the last one, bit tricky one.
So we've got Miho Nanaka, 4 tops on a very tough set of boulders. Miho, congratulations, that was amazing.
Thank you very much.
Definitely, definitely. I feel like wasn't too hard to read actually.
What was your reading of it?
I think it's gonna be interesting. I think you have to match on the one volume and have your feet like kind of sandwiched on the other volume. Go over, have the sloper undercling, and then you jump straight to the bonus. And I think the
zone.
The zone. Sorry, it's hard getting used to that. But you'll have the 2 volumes below the zone to squeeze in between to hopefully get the next hold in a good position. And I think that it'll just be like moving your hips around, lots of Egyptians, lots of like moving around to try to get the correct body position to tap out.
Yone having the season of his life. Ditto Gregor.
Dominated by the Japanese.
In the men's final, who we're just looking at now. Looking at this M3, feet onto the round in kind of in one movement. The third boulder's. And that's climber to attempt each boulder. I think there's going to be quite an awkward move to get to the top.
Yeah, it's definitely really weird. It's funny, me and the setters have a little bit of a debate on what exactly the correct beta is for the last move for that boulder. So I guess we'll see. The climbers will show us.
Rainy filthy coloured.
Boulder. It looks actually.
Yes, very said right at the top of the broadcast. I think attempts all look fairly toppable. All then the wall itself, the pop onto. Yeah, they're just testing whether someone touched the wrong side of the black tape.
Yeah. It seems like a trend this year in general. And I guess a little bit.
Climber loses their worst score at the end of the season, and the ranking result taken off. John, and there with Kokora Fuji. My legs still haven't forgiven me.
Yeah,
it's 7,200 times. Crouching down was a struggle the next. His way onto the stage. He'll climb first, having qualified 6th out of the semi-final. Made every final of every World Cup he's entered this year. Missed Chongqing last time out, but 6th in Meiringen, 4th in Moscow. And about to get underway in Taiwan. Slightly confusing. It looks as if he's climbing women's 3. You can see the blue sign. There we go. You can see it's his men's 1. So he's heading up and left to the zone. Not too far off. Immediately asks for the brushes. 4 minutes flat for the climbers as ever. The current World Cup overall champion from 2017 also won that title in 2015. 2016, by his high standards, not such a good year, but he still managed to win a World Cup in there. We've certainly enjoyed watching him. It was really good chatting to him over the last couple of days. So happy to be back. He was gutted to miss the Chongqing World Cup.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite World Cup, right?
Yes, exactly. But there was a clash. I'm not quite sure what the Korean Climbing Federation were thinking, putting an Asian Games selection competition the same weekend as a World Cup, but hey ho, we've got Jongwon Chon back now.
Guess it was good for the other competitors.
This time he gets the zone. And all he's got to do is crimp hard, pull hard, and lunge for the top. Something you'd imagine Jongwon Chon won't struggle with. He got the top hold. He couldn't hold on to it. What's this he's using on his hands?
Oh, the chalk.
Some kind of spray.
Oh, actually, I was talking to the athletes on the bus about this. So apparently, they're like, some of them are spraying water on their hands because their skin is really dry.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy. I don't have that type of issue.
No.
But
all we're doing is sitting here and having dry hands or too dry hands. It's certainly not an issue. Quite the opposite.
it's extremely hot right now. But
Yeah, the wall does stay in the shade. We talked about this quite a bit in the semi-final. It is key. The wall does stay mainly in the shade. About half of the mats gets the sun. But pretty much the whole of the mats is warm. So keeping your shoes cool is quite a challenge. And you can see Jong Won Chon there. Where he is, hardly any of the mat stays in the shade.
yeah, it was crazy. I think that it was when you're stepping on the mats, like your feet are burning from your shoes, like inside of your shoes. It's really, really hot out there.
So no problems up to the zone. Is he heading for our first top of the day? This time he finds the perfect spot on the top hole. Job done. Took him 3 minutes and 3 attempts. And he's heading back in. You can see in the background there, Graham Alderson, technical delegate here in Taiwan. So top for Jong Won Chon. He's got a long walk across to the far side of the stage. Semi-final since then. That is the zone.
Tops were.
Now he's underway. Just zoom out a little bit there, please, Mr.